That's right, nigga. Marcus gonna do a French live.
Real question.
That's the real question.
What's good?
So about the podcast, yeah.
What?
About the podcast. We got a few topics on the document today, man.
Bro,
We got a few topics on the document.
He need a little cousin, man.
Nah, man. I like the way my money is going. Like, hypocrite, yes. Am I hypocrite? Yes. Am I salty? Yes. Did I want to catch Javon in the lot? Yes. Was I out to sabotage my best friend? Yes. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Was I trying to sabotage? Yes.
I had nothing but my shirt on under it.
Recording live on location in my crib. We got Kobe on the wall, Muhammad Ali, Nipsey Hussle. Yo, what's good, Jems? For the record, we back.
What's going down? What's going down?
Got another topic for you, boy. Another docket for you, boy. Excuse me. Got another docket ready to go. We're gonna hop right into it, man. Life update. I'll go. Like I said, new job, feeling good. Good environment, trying to grow.
Straight swooping.
Yeah, man. A lot of red, no blue. But yeah, man, we definitely here, man. Everything good on mine. I can't complain. Everything Gucci. How y'all boys doing, man?
Man, everything good, man. You got your ups and downs.
Mm-hmm.
Everything, kind of comes in full circle sometimes. So, something might start out bad, and then end up being just news that just a daily checkup. So, we found out my pops we thought he had some tumors and stuff on his spine, and come to find out it's just inflammation, and it just need a steroid shot. The doctor said 95% of the people that get the steroid shot, it normally knocks out the inflammation, so it makes it better for him. The whole time, my dad had a good his spirit was up. He said that the doctor had told him that his spine was designed that way from birth, and he had peace in that because he said that God knew him when he was formed in his mother's womb. So he knew that he was going to have that, and he knew he was going to go through that, and he knew that was probably something that he needed to go through in order for him to understand that, he needed to take his time to rest and give his body time, because, he's up there. He ain't a young grasshopper like he used to be, where he can jump up off of, after about 4 hours of sleep and, work a 35-hour shift, you know what I mean? So he understanding, and it's just
definitely prayers up to pops, man.
Because it was scary, man.
Especially anybody dealing with anything, especially with this pandemic, bro. I know it's a lot of people dealing with sick family members or whatever. So prayers up to y'all, man. I know it's a lot to deal with, bro, but stay strong.
Yeah, I mean it's one of those things where you kind of take it for granted because you don't see time moving as fast as it really moves. It's like time is really like the moment. And you got to make sure that you making those moments count.
It's really moving though. It's not necessarily like your perception of it is kind of slow or whatever. Like you living in the moment, you're not realizing. But like when you think about it, bro, just like we was talking about the other day, man. It's like just a year ago we was bringing our kids into the world.
Yeah.
And now it's a year later, and they, you know what I'm saying, they forming into their own little human beings with their own little personality, like. You know what I mean?
They walking.
Like, bro.
They getting into stuff. They getting into shenanigans.
And he figuring out little shit. And it's amazing seeing the steps that he's taking, bro. Man. So, I mean, like, I know life is kind of difficult, but for everybody out there right now, especially dealing with Corona, but, like, you got to appreciate these little moments, the little things that go on in your life. They just give you a moment to reflect and gain perspective. You know what I mean? Moments
of relief, too. Cause that's a relief. I mean, my dad is a cornerstone to our family. I mean, he's the strength. It kind of made me a little nervous because it was like, man, is it my time now? Like, is it something that I have to come into and I have to give that strength to the family? And then it's like, yo, am I ready for that? Has he prepared me for everything? Are you ever prepared for that?
So he definitely has. It's like, but you know what I'm saying? You're so used to having that rock to lean on. You know what I mean? But it's like, I feel like you are prepared to be that nigga. You just gotta, you know what I'm saying? Whenever, but luckily it's not that time.
Yeah,
it ain't that
and
time.
That's the good thing about it. It ain't that time.
But this gives you a moment to recognize, like, whenever that time comes, you got to be on your shit. You got to step into that role.
Yeah, you got and start angling yourself to where you're supposed to be at. You know, and start clearing your mind up and say, all right, all the stuff you're doing right now, you got to make that move. You know what you're supposed to do. Stop running. So.
But shout out to Pops, man. Shout out to that good news. Praises to the man up high. But Javon, how you doing, man? How the fam doing?
Oh man, I'm blessed right now. I cannot complain, man. Especially with all the previous stuff that I've been going through with surgeries and the kids and whatnot. But luckily, they recovering well. Kids, wife is doing well. She just got a raise. I just got a raise. We cannot complain, man. Next year, 2022, man, is the house. The house is coming. So the pod, man, we might be doing this at a new location at some point in time, man. So
nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that, man.
But, shout out to everybody, man. Everybody doing good. Everybody around is doing good. Up and downs for sure, but it's life. But we had some sad news this week, man. We lost a legend in the entertainment industry, acting wise. Mr. Micheal K Williams, man, we lost him. They said it was an overdose. Unfortunate, but shout out to anybody that lost anybody of, I guess, self-infliction, because mental health is a real thing and people need help.
Also, I mean, not even to cut you off, but they say, it's a big thing going around with this fentanyl. It's like the drugs are being made with fentanyl, and apparently that's not the way to be going. You know what I mean? So it could have been an overdose as far as like the drugs themselves, but it could also be like fentanyl related to whether it's
was it like opioids or was it like overdose like?
Yeah, I mean they say it was heroin paraphernalia within the vicinity or whatever. So, but apparently now that they're cooking these drugs with fentanyl, it makes it a high probability of being toxic to your body or whatever. So whatever you're doing, whatever your choice of drug is, respect, but just make sure you testing this shit, man, because it's crazy out here.
That ventures into like a whole nother lane, because it's like, how can you look down upon like organic stuff, but then we got all the stuff we making that's really doing harm to us, doing harm to our bodies. Like it's giving you like that immediate relief in that moment. Is all right, I need this pain to go away, but then 5-10 years down the road, your liver really ain't gonna be there. You know what I mean? So it's
just like we was talking about the other day, bro. It's like, of course, Tylenol is beneficial. Different pain medicines are beneficial, but at the same time, they affect your body in way different ways through continuous use. Whereas the organic, the weed, it might be detrimental to your lung at some point in time, but at the same time, there's different ways of CBD, THC, different oils, different creams, different shit like that you can use immediately that don't affect you in a negative way. You just got to do your research, you know what I mean? But of course, it's always gonna boil down to how they can tax this shit. That's what it really is, bro. It's all money. Like, of course it's some people who, the Bible thumpers and niggas who think like, okay, it's a gateway drug, it's detrimental to you, but it feels more like the money. Like, okay, how can we tax this to the most that we can get the most out of this shit? You know what I mean? So,
yeah. I mean, but that's the government perspective of it. But then you have like the immediate like people around you where you have years of lies, right? But then it turns it into, okay, well, this is bad, or this is going to lead to you going to jail, or this, that, and the third. When
bro,
you know what I mean? When that's not even really the case.
It's the guy, man. It's the guy the guy who created the DEA. He made it a law. Like they did research like back in 1920, 1930 or something real early.
Yeah.
To where they made that shit illegal. They made weed illegal in the first place. They made it a gateway drug, but it was just because like, black people and other people were smoking weed. They made it to where it's illegal without any actual proof of the shit.
The guy you were talking about, this is on record. He said that marijuana makes white women want to have sex with black men. So that was one of the reasons why he fought so hard for it to be illegal. And they used to, I think a guy had killed his family or whatever, and they was like, oh well, he killed his family on marijuana, stuff like that. So they did that to drive fear in order to get people to change their minds and their opinions on what it actually was, because they didn't know what it was or didn't have the research, or they just didn't like it. It's crazy what happens with people in certain positions and they use it to manipulate their own will.
So yeah, man, definitely prayers up to Micheal K, man. Omar's coming. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of people know him through The Wire, through 2K, through different media outlets, but he was definitely, like, from the interviews that I watched previously, and then I went back and watched them when I heard that he passed away. But he was always like kind of like a strong spirit who's always in some street shit, but always trying to uplift the streets. You know what I mean? So definitely respect to him.
Yeah, man. Shout out to his family. Hope everybody's good as they can be. Prayers up for definitely for sure. Sorry for the hard shift, but to switch lanes, we in Dallas, Cowboy Nation.
We bike.
Yeah, man. It's that time again, man. So we kicked the season off in Tampa Bay. We kicked the season off in Tampa Bay. We didn't get the dub, but we got a quick.
Damn good.
We got a good recap coming. And let's do this first and foremost. I was telling people that worked this all week. I said let's take a minute. Let's breathe. Let's relax. We played the best team in football, possibly, like the best team, one of the best D lines, one of the best receiving corps in the game, the best quarterback to ever play, one of the best tight ends. So it's like
defense.
You gotta really, really like involve that when you're trying to dissect the performance that we had. First and foremost, we're not gonna see a receiving corps like that all the time.
Or D-line.
Like that every time. So if a lot of people wondering why didn't Zeke get as many carries as he normally does, the D-line is spectacular over Tampa Bay. It's spectacular.
Top 3.
So I look, when we play the Chargers, I look for Zeke to get back to the premier running back that he is.
That's tough because they got a D-line.
Bosa, Melvin Ingram, they got a good D-line too, but at some point, you got to get a return on that investment.
I mean, luckily, Travis Martin should be back.
Yeah, Zach Martin. He should be back. He should be back. Bolster up that offensive line.
Yeah, but we lost Lyle Collins for 5 weeks because of substance abuse.
But he didn't. The crazy part is he didn't abuse any substance. He didn't fail any drug tests. They said he didn't take he didn't take his drug test. Like he was missing so many drug tests. But that's a fine, not a suspension.
So why did he get a 5-game suspension?
They trying to appeal that shit now. So I mean, hopefully he'll be back. I'm not trying to deal with Terrence Steele.
So you talking about for steroids?
No, drugs, like the drug rehabilitation. I mean the drug program or whatever. I mean the substance abuse.
I was reading an article where they were saying they was going after him for 2020 rules and not like the rules of this year or something like that, where it's more heinous on the 2020 rules than this year rules, because I think it was something that happened last year. And they just didn't, because he didn't play, remember? Yeah. He was out the whole year, so I guess they were just waiting and they hit him this year.
I mean, but that's what I'm saying. They were saying he didn't take the test. I guess he didn't take the test because he was out or whatever. So, I don't know. I mean, hopefully he'll be back before those 5 games. Luckily, I mean, our schedule is pretty poo cheese for now, so like we ain't got to worry about that.
Poo cheese?
That schedule is
What does poo cheese mean?
Our schedule is the easiest.
We got the second easiest schedule in the NFL.
Well, what is poo cheese, that term? What does that mean?
Trash.
It means trash. That's slang for trash.
Bro, I haven't heard poo cheese in 3 years, bro. It just my bad. Go ahead.
But back on the recap,
it just like, oh shit, like a nigga would come up with some poo cheese.
But back on the recap though, a few of my takeaways though. I'm gonna keep it 100. Number 4 is who I thought he was. I'm tired of the hate. I'm tired of it. Number 4 is our quarterback. Respected. I love him. Yeah. Go toe to toe with anybody. I put my money on him. I love him. I'm not saying that he's perfect. I'm not saying that he doesn't need a lot to win. But when he has what he needs, he's one of the better quarterbacks in the game, in my personal opinion. There is some times where he throw the ball in traffic, but a lot of quarterbacks do that. I'm not finna sit here and kill him for that.
I'm not even putting that interception on him. Because that was a brilliant pass, nigga. If you saw that pass, that was right in his hand, right in his pocket, where he needed it to be, and he dropped that bitch. We'll accept the interception, but 403 yards speak for themselves, bro. A lot of dinking and dunking, but hey, that shit add up.
Another takeaway that I already knew it, but it's even more apparent. Whatever shoulder injury he had, I'm not concerned about it no more. He's definitely showed that. Another takeaway, we can move the ball against anybody. The air attack is definitely there of the highest order. My opinion.
It's questionable because their corners were never their strong suit. It's always been a D-line. But
I just feel that we can move the ball, though.
I mean, our receivers can get separation.
Of course.
So he just got to place it where he need to be. And I've seen that he can do that. You know what I mean? But it's a little bit necessarily like you can't really gauge based on their corners necessarily because their corners have never really been the strongest point of their defense. It's always been their D-line.
Yeah,
always
of
been
course.
Their front seven.
Yeah, that's why when we saw the Chiefs O-line breakdown in the Super Bowl last season, Patrick Mahomes running for his life. So picking them apart was kind of easy on that end. But to go back to this Cowboys game, though we didn't get the win, we lost. I'm not mad at how we lost. You know, I think special teams lost us the game.
Facts.
That's my personal opinion.
You mean our kicker?
Facts.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
It's just special team in the grand scheme of things.
Back surgery though, like man, you can't really necessarily expect a lot out of him because he just had the back surgery. But at the same time, nigga, 30-yarder.
You got one job.
A 30-yarder, bro.
And they had the nerve to kick a 60.
Facts. And that bitch was short.
Yeah, I don't know.
He was the same from last year, right? I mean, he hit one of them last
year,
year,
bro.
But
with LA, he could not fucking miss.
Yeah.
With LA, he could not fucking miss, bro. He the one that got us out the goddamn playoffs.
Bro, who was the kicker we had, bro?
Dan Bailey, Mr. Automatic. Dan Bailey.
Man, bro.
I miss Dan Bailey. Dan Bailey,
Did he
wherever
go to
you at.
Minnesota?
He went
to Minnesota.
I believe he was in Minnesota, but he's a free agent now. Yeah, he
retired now.
But unfortunately, we get to pull this out. But what's the expectations going forward with the Cowboys?
NFC East champs.
Me personally, looking at the schedule, we don't play a playoff team until November. That's like Kansas City. We got to go. That's going to be a dogfight. But up until then, though, it's
easy, bro.
If we don't win 10, 11 games, it's going to be hell to pay for somebody.
I promise you. I feel like if we don't win this division this year with the schedule that we have, with the apparent offense that we have, and then even our defense look a lot better than I expected. It was a couple misses where it's like they miss assignments or whatever. Like especially that Grunt touchdown and that AB touchdown. Like
AB just that was backwood. That was all backwood. It was just burnt. He just
he said, "Well, I can't tell my backwood like he's."
No, that was all backwood.
He burnt. But for the most part, they actually did a better job than I was expecting them to do.
Trayvon Diggs is a stud. We need help.
Just need experience.
We need it's only year 2. We growing from her.
Just need experience, bro.
But I think
I don't trust Anthony Brown.
That's okay. So Anthony Brown, bro.
I don't trust Anthony Brown.
He cost us.
AB just smoked him.
It was nasty.
That's prime.
He kind of did the same shit CeeDee Lamb did the other guy on the other side. I don't know if it was Burnt with the guy who got injured with when he got out or whatever, but he hit him with the same stutter step. Brought him up, got right past his ass. So I mean, AB still is capable.
Yeah, he's AB
of being
still.
top 5 receiver. You know what I'm saying?
I think we need cornerback help still, bro.
I know, fact.
You gotta understand though, Michael Parsons wasn't playing A. That was like a situation where we had to pivot.
He was playing the pass. They was switching him out. They was rotating him.
Because he was saying that we needed help in the corner. I'm saying like I'm taking it back to the draft. Michael Parsons wasn't playing A. It was Horn or Surtain. Yeah. I'm thinking one of them gonna fall, but Mike, we got the best available, which you should do.
Which wasn't nothing. I mean, we needed to sort up our. Nah, bro, our linebacker crew, I think it was overhyped last year, bro. I think they needed that.
It's been overhyped for a while now.
Yeah, bro, it was overhyped.
But I mean, like we definitely
necessary.
needed him, but we wanted a corner first. We got some corners in the draft, but like I'm not really sure about.
I think one of them was out. Joseph, he was out the whole training camp injury, right? So we don't know what we can get out of him. So, but they gonna have to go ahead and throw somebody else in because Anthony Brown not gonna cut it, bro.
Anthony, yeah.
I mean, but that's the thing, though. He made a lot of great defensive plays.
No, he gave up the most. He gave up the most. He gave okay. So every other cornerback average. They average giving up 43 yards catch, right? He gave up like almost 185 yards and 2 TDs.
I mean,
they targeted him, bro.
Because he's small. I I don't trust him necessarily, but I'm not really gonna just throw him out of the bus like he just super garbage. Like he's small.
I think at this point they need to go ahead and just see what another cornerback got, bro. Because he got flamboyant. Like, for real.
By one of the best receiving corps in the NFL.
I guess, bro. That's what we got. That's what we got to go against to win the Super Bowl. So
facts, but nobody else got that shit.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Them and us have the two best receiving corps in the NFL. When you think about it, who else got that?
Kansas City got a good one.
Kansas.
I like not for nothing. I like Carolina.
Arizona.
I think they got Arizona. It's cool.
Yeah.
I like Carolina.
Who else got except for DeAndre Hopkins? Who else
They just got
Isabel.
They just got AJ Green from the Bengals.
Yep. Facts. I just forgot.
Christian.
So he finna try to get up, but he a burner though. He not no route runner. Nah, he not. But
I like Carolina's receiving core, Robbie Anderson and DJ Moore. That's just me. Like I'm nobody, but I do like their receiving.
I like Robbie Anderson. DJ Moore's he's not fast at all.
Not for nothing.
I mean, Seattle got a
underrated receiving core is definitely Denver for sure. Like Noah Fant, Jerry Jeudy, and Sutton. Like it's just the thing about like Teddy Bridgewater, Drew Lock. Somebody has to kind of come alive. They say both of them look actually good in preseason. Me personally, I didn't get to catch none of that, but not trying to veer too far from like.
You can't trust.
It's the combo, bro. Nothing wrong with it.
I like Bridgewater. I actually like Drew Lock in college.
I just want to see Bridgewater do better, because he went down with that leg injury. Teddy.
He had a whole season in Carolina.
I know. I just want to see him, come back to that form before he, you know what I'm saying? I think he was like.
I mean, he's good, but he's never gonna be great. That's the thing. He'll be a good quarterback forever. He's never gonna be great.
Is we good on the Cowboys though? Expectations. I got
NFC East champs.
I got 10-11 wins. NFC East champs.
I'm saying maybe second round exit.
Super Bowl. I don't know. Like
it's an extra game this season, right?
Extra game, but I'm thinking
11-6.
I'm thinking one of those games though. I'm thinking other than the bye week, if they choose to do this, I'm thinking some starters will have another game off, depending on what the playoff pitch is looking like. I could see some rest come. Like he might rotate rest for certain players. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
But the expectations though, nothing too crazy. Positive record, playoff appearance. We keep it rolling. But
Super Bowl, I'm not seeing it.
Just yet. We got a little more growth, a little more drafting, free agent acquisitions.
Honestly, I want to see how LA look. That's going to be the determining factor. I want to see how 49ers look.
They got it's a lot of quarterback controversy going on in San Francisco.
It's going to be because they supposed to be doing a double quarterback situation where both of them going to play.
I'm not feeling that.
It's not feeling that. Work. You give Jimmy G his chance until he fuck it up. Until he just showed it because like when you think about it, when he healthy, he wins.
That's a fact.
When he always healthy, he gonna win.
I actually like Jimmy G. Actually,
I like him, but I feel like they only diminish his legacy a little bit or his standing or whatever because of what happened in the Super Bowl where he kind of tricked the last quarter off and let them niggas. But you dealing with the Kansas City Chiefs, nigga. Like they put up 30 in the quarter.
Mahomes wasn't perfect either.
Exactly.
But that's the politics in sports though.
Nigga put up 30 in the quarter on your ass, real easy. So it's like, bro, what do you expect? Hey, they did the same shit to New England. Like right before that, the niggas just dropped like 30 points and a half or whatever. So
I think Green Bay will have something to say. Russell Wilson is always he's always in the conversation. But other than that though, like
Seattle defense trash. Green Bay, the quarterback don't want to beat her.
Quarterback,
I feel like they are.
I don't know Devontae Adams if he even want to beat her. He just turned down an extension. I don't know what's going on. It's a lot of things going on. A lot to play itself out as the season does go along. But
AFC wise, I got to give it to the Bills. I feel like Cleveland gonna be in that mix just based off talent, but I'm not sure they really Super Bowl contenders. The Ravens, I don't think they really got a shot. I mean, they can't throw worth shit.
I know a Ravens fan that I Xbox with. That I played the game with. I told him, if you think about it, it was Kansas City, then it was Baltimore. I said, possibly you could have got lapped by Cleveland and Buffalo if you think about it. Like, he didn't want to accept the fact. I said, but you might have to actually think about it. Cleveland could actually be better than Baltimore. Y'all just lost 2 running backs. Y'all just signed a 29-year-old Le'Veon Bell. A lot of running backs don't age well, but Le'Veon has had a lot of time to really sit. I don't know if we could resurrect Pittsburgh Le'Veon Bell. I'm not sure that we could do that. But I think
they got a strong O line. They got some big ass tight ends.
They loaded at every position.
Yeah, I mean they went and got some wide receivers too. But it's just like I don't trust Lamar arm. I just don't trust his arm. Or shit. Like I feel like he'll get you to 13-3, 14-2 with some a great regular season record, but when their playoffs come, it's just gonna be like they gonna load their box up and there's not gonna be shit you can do about it.
But yeah, those some football takes. I definitely got Kansas City, Buffalo, and the AFC like top of the hierarchy.
Thanks.
But we'll just
and Bucks and well, I'm thinking maybe Bucks, 49ers at top of the NFC. Yeah. It would depend on the Rams. Yeah. They got the defense.
I do like the Rams a lot. I like the Rams a lot. We just
got to see how Matt Stafford look.
Yeah, I'm confident. That was always my alternative to Dak. If Dak couldn't go, if they wasn't confident in Dak, any form or fashion, I always wanted Matthew Stafford here, Texas.
Boy, nice, man. Boy, nice.
Well, yeah, man. We just got to see how that's gonna play out. We finna switch it to basketball right here. I got a question that I always wanted to know. In the most people's minds, Michael Jordan is the GOAT. Shout out to my homie Larry. Because we was chopping it up about this at work.
Larry!
Michael Jordan is the GOAT in pretty much everybody's eyes. But it's one person that I thought about who stood out to me. If consistency is key, this person may be the most consistent player of all time. My question was, how come Kareem Abdul-Jabbar wasn't the GOAT? Statistically, it has never been a season. He played 20 seasons in the NBA. He only had one season where he averaged under 50% from the field. Now, he wasn't a three-point shooter, but
everything was in the box.
Everything was in the box. He had the most unstoppable shot in NBA history. He came in the game as a rookie, same as Michael Jordan, and averaged 28. He got rings, 2 different franchises, multiple All-Star, the leading NBA scoring points. Well, we got her 19 All-Star appearances, All-NBA 15 times offense, All-NBA 11 times defense, 38,000 points, 17,000 rebounds. He even got 1,000 steals, 3,000 blocks. So like, what couldn't he do? You know, he was definitely immaculate on the block. But I thought about it. I had to really sit back and think about it. Why a lot of people don't consider Kareem as the GOAT. My thing was, if you look at an athlete, nobody was as polarizing as Michael Jordan. He wowed you with his moves every night. He was like a magician on the court. From the dunking, like how can he stand the air so long, the reverse layups, the infamous one-handed pump fake, all of the clutch shots he hit. He was so polarizing. Like Kareem, his game won't necessarily capture the eye like that. The eye test is there. If you know, you know. Basketball is basketball. Kareem is a baller of the highest order.
They call him the blue-collar worker.
Blue-collar worker, yeah.
Get your pail and go to work type.
If it wasn't like, he might be Mr. Fundamental before Tim Duncan, if we're being honest.
Yeah, that's fact.
So it's like, but like I said, Michael Jordan, nobody's polarizing as him. Like the brand, Jordan itself, like look at what the shoes do. Yeah. Look at what the brand does. Yeah. Look at him international. Like they say, like I said, they say Magic and Larry Bird, what they did to the game, he made it. Michael Jordan made it global. They say LeBron made it mobile. So it's like, I get it. I do get it. But Kareem just so consistent. So consistent. Even in his later years, he still get 20 and 13.
I feel like the only problem and the only reason they kind of wouldn't give him necessarily his credit because he won one in Milwaukee in 71, but he didn't win another one for 9 years to 1980. I mean, like 1970,
1979. I believe that was Magic. That was Magic.
That's the Magic year. Yeah, it was 1980.
1980.
Okay. Yeah, but that like he didn't win again. Like he always put up the numbers to be among the greats. Which I mean, his only problem was the fact that he won one and then didn't win a lot until he got another number 2. But I mean, like when you think about it, they won 1980, 1982, 1985, 1987, 1988. He got 6, just like Mike. 2-time MVP. I mean, two-time Finals MVP, 6-time NBA MVP, 10-time All NBA first team, 5-time All NBA second team, 6-time All Defensive Team, Rookie of the Year, 2-time scoring champion, NBA rebounding champion. Like when you think about the stats, bro, like what are you gonna do? You gotta respect what he got going on, bro. Like period. But at the same time, it's like Because like you saying, Mike, the way he was able to polarize the game, they had never seen a high flying guard like that. It was always big man play. You always had to expect the big man was always a big part of the game, but they were never like a force in the game. Like they're never the face of the game. It was just always the team was the face, and then Mike became the face of his own. Like the Bulls, people respected the Bulls, but they was always worried about, okay, well, what is Mike doing?
Yeah.
I mean, he was always more of a face.
I always look at it from the perspective of the money aspect of it, and like Marcus was saying, the how Jordan made it global. Like, you know, Jordan made the NBA a lot of money. I don't think Kareem did, based off of just the attention that the NBA had at that time. I know the shoe deals and stuff like that, the revenue that they didn't know that they could make yet. So I mean, I think if Kareem had a deal with Nike, then I think we would be sitting here talking about how Kareem was the greatest player of all time. But they got the Jordan first, so that's my perspective.
I mean, but that was like Nike,
because if you look, and I say that the only reason why I say that is if you look at the stats, like you were saying, Mark was saying earlier, Kareem's stats. Only thing I don't think Kareem didn't do was steals. Everything else he had more than Jordan, right? The only thing they was the same was the fucking championships, bro. I mean, he did more in college. I mean, he stayed in college longer, but he had 3.
Because I mean, like Jordan had more all defensive teams.
I'm talking about when I say stats, I mean like rebound, steal. You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean by stats. I'm not saying like the awards. I'm talking about like the actual game, what he did on the court. He did more. You know what I'm saying?
His accolades are incredible, but it's just, like this is what I say when Jordan is the GOAT. What comes along with doing that? Like I said, how can he stay in the earth for so long? How you got all these people lined up at these hotels? Like, I don't see like just a massive crowd of people lining up to see Kareem Abdul-Jabbar like that. Like they say when the drink,
because I don't think the NBA had that much attention on it.
You proving my point. You proving my point. Like, look at what Jordan did. Look what Jordan did for the league. Like when they said they went to Barcelona, Jordan couldn't do nothing without. Like,
yeah, that was a part of that was because of what his shoes was doing. Also,
that's Jordan. You proving me more. Like,
but my argument is what I was saying though.
Jordan did not become crazy until he started winning.
Matter of fact, they said the first one they didn't like it. Actually, the Jordan one they said they didn't like the shoe at all.
It was not selling like that. When Jordan first shoe came out his rookie year, Kareem was winning.
Right. He
didn't win till
he ain't had no Chuck Taylors out there.
It was like Sixers,
Kareem didn't have no
Lakers, Celtics.
Like
Pistons
they
on
ran that whole decade that he was selling them first shoes. I feel like, yeah, of course the shoes had something to do with it, but like Nike wasn't a big company at that time. Like it was mediocre.
It was track.
It was Converse was in there too.
Converse was definitely in there.
They was bigger than Nike at that time. So it's like you can't really say it's like Jordan grew Nike to what it was, along with other athletes. It's not just him, but like you know what I mean. He grew it to the point where they gave him his own I think it's subsection of Nike.
I mean, the reason why I say it is because I think it gives you a different perspective as like the consumer.
I mean,
now I can buy one of the NBA players' shoes because I can play like him. Like that kind of advertisement wasn't put in the people's faces when Kareem was where he needed to be.
Magic had commercials.
When Magic came, but that's the point. Magic
commercials.
But okay, so does Magic win if he didn't have Kareem during those times?
Fuck no.
But that's what I'm saying, though.
Year. But
that's what I'm saying, though.
Kareem win without Magic? No.
Okay, does Shaq win without Kobe?
This is a pointless argument. Nigga,
it's not a pointless argument. It really
is.
All right, okay.
When you think about it, it's always a number 2.
Yeah,
like, but you cannot win without number 2.
Exactly what I'm saying is that you needed it. The way Kareem was, he needed that. He needed that other person. So but the whole question was, why isn't Kareem being talked about like Jordan?
Jordan got a number 2. Top 50 all time.
It's like I told you, like his game was basic. It really was basic. Jordan was so polarizing. Every night it was, how in the hell did he do that? Like it was almost a play every night.
I ain't seen a nigga do the sky hook or the hook shot to perfection since
Kareem 7'2" going against 6'11".
We ain't seen it.
Is the sky hook polarizing?
No.
Why? Because it's hard to do.
No, this is the thing, like
this is hard to do.
This is why
they don't do it.
This is why I put this topic in here so we could talk about this type of stuff. But I'm saying, is the sky hook is it polarizing?
Is it hard to do?
Why they not doing it?
Niggas try to do it, they just not good at it.
But I guess everybody's good at being athletic and floating in the air and dunking on.
That's the point.
That's what's so special about him, though.
That's exactly that's what's so special about Kareem.
What, that he can make it? I mean, like if you
like Zach LaVine can get up with the most of them. I mean, because can he out Jordan?
I mean, maybe.
Right? He can float and do all that just like Jordan, right? I mean,
but he not doing it like Jordan though.
What was Jordan? All right, bro. Okay, I'm not saying he Jordan, right? That's not what I'm saying. But what Jordan as a whole, what Jordan did, right?
Think about
he was athletic, and then as he got older, his game changed, right, to more of outside attacking, mid range, all that good stuff, right? Post fadeaways, stuff like that, right? But that is everything. Okay, but then you take Kobe, and Kobe saw that and mimicked it, right, and put his own mentality on it, right? But you still see it there. You still see the lineage is going. Is okay. I can do what he's doing, and I can go and continue that. You haven't seen nobody say, okay, I'm gonna do what Kareem is, and I'm gonna take that, and bro. You telling me that the hook shot right now?
Tim Duncan.
He wasn't moving like that.
I mean, Hakeem Olajuwon, like, bro, you not. Come on, it's big man. Like, he was the foundation of big man. Like, don't get it twisted.
But we still not seeing.
But they moved away from the big man. That's the problem.
Still not seeing the hook.
Bro, niggas have been doing the hook, bro. They just do. That was a part of his game. That was his game. He was 7-2 going against 16 niggas. The hook
turned into the floater.
He was 7-2 going against 16 niggas.
That's what happened.
That's why they just couldn't get stopped.
But you got to think, though, everybody has a special move and they're awesome. Like Curry has the 3. Michael Jordan had the athleticism or the post fade.
And the fade.
Dirk had the one-legged fadeaway. Tim Duncan had the bank shot. Hakeem Olajuwon had the footwork. Everybody had their special moves.
But all those moves got mimicked. Everybody took those moves and added into what they're doing now. What they're doing now.
Who's doing the fadeaway
Nobody's
right
doing what Kareem was doing, bro.
Who's doing Jordan's fadeaway right now?
Kobe was doing it. And now you got Devin Booker. Now you got Devin Booker doing it.
No, he not. That is not no fucking
Jamal Crawford. You had a whole bunch of dudes doing the turnaround. Crawford. Yes, bro. You had a whole bunch of dudes doing that turnaround fade. And he got it from Dirk.
Jamal Crawford?
Yes, he had the turnaround. Yes, he got the turnaround fade. You know what? I'm gonna keep saying
Jamal Crawford. It was all face up isolation.
I don't know.
Nah, bro. I've seen him do this where he do the behind the back. He'll do a spin move, then he'll do a spin off the turn, and he'll shoot. It'll be a mid range turnaround. It don't be off the post. It'll be the same move, but it'll be in the mid range.
I could recall some of that, but not like Jordan. It's a specific. It's a back down. It's a back down. I'm taking you to the block.
Jordan is footwork.
It's all footwork.
Like, what do you like? Kobe is the only person that has Jordan's footwork. Only person.
All right.
You cannot name another person that does that.
All right.
But I mean, to close the argument,
Michael Finley did.
To close the argument,
what happened to Michael Finley ass?
He got a championship.
He got killed, nigga.
To close,
Finley didn't get killed, bro. Let's not don't disrespect Michael Finley.
Shit out of Michael Finley.
Don't disrespect Michael Finley, bro.
With that Jerry curl.
He's in the Jordan family. He did have a Jerry curl.
But I mean, to close the argument, though, I guess we could end up saying that it's all about how the public views you. Like Jordan was polarizing, the brand took off. Kareem, blue collar guys who fundamental. It's just
Kareem didn't have nobody pushing his name out there, bro.
I mean, he
didn't have a whole. Think about Nike's. Think about Nike's. Jordan didn't have that kind of personality. Yes, Jordan didn't even want to be in that position.
Bro, what?
No, he didn't, bro. He's to
Jordan
himself.
Like silk suits and all types of
because he didn't know how to dress, bro.
Kareem didn't give a fuck about none of that. He just wanted to play basketball.
Alright, bro.
Kareem didn't give a bro. Name me some interviews.
You didn't have that though. You didn't have.
And you hold up, Tom.
No, first of all, you didn't have designers going, "Hey, Kareem, I need you to wear."
What was Kareem's original name?
I don't know, bro.
Lou Alcindor. He was Muslim. They was never gonna push a Muslim at that time.
So now we just got to the root cause. So now we got to the root cause. So now we just got to the root cause of why Jordan is more polarized than he is.
Jordan not political anyway. He just want to play basketball. He just want to play ball.
Kareem was this.
Like Kareem wanted to end racism to a certain extent, and so they weren't trying to hear that.
So now we get into a whole perspective of it's not really our perspective; it's what they want the athlete to be about, and how much they gonna push that athlete if he's about certain things.
Yeah, they push Magic. They push Bird. They push.
Okay, cool. What did Magic do?
Let's keep it a book.
And what did Magic do?
Let's keep it a book.
He won, right?
The shut up and dribble agenda has always been there, in my personal opinion.
Exactly.
It just wasn't on social media to push the narrative. Like
I think the
And it
all-time
wasn't no
representative.
24/7 coverage.
But that was Jordan though. Jordan was the shut up and dribble because he didn't say nothing. He just dribbled.
I mean, technically he did, but it was never.
Nah, bro.
He really did.
When they needed him to, he did.
He really did.
He
but
chose not to.
He was never gonna go against the companies that he was tied into.
That's the same thing as shut up and dribble.
I mean, well, you could do what you want with the argument though. Who's the GOAT to y'all? You know.
Jordan is gonna be the GOAT.
I never say he wasn't.
No, it was just.
I just think there's more companies and more money that was pushing Jordan than when Kareem and them.
But
Kareem
that had nothing to do with
to me
the on the court shit.
Yes, because on the court, Kareem did more. If you look at the stats, Kareem did more.
He played 7 more years than them.
Okay, but that was Jordan's choice. He the one that All right.
Why did he retire?
Let's go.
Why did he retire?
Let's keep going.
Okay, answer me. Why did he retire?
Why did he retire?
Because his daddy got killed.
Okay, Anthony. What's his name? Anthony Towns. His mother died.
His daddy got killed.
His mama, bro. If you think about it, his mama got killed also, bro. Because if somebody had did what they were supposed to do, then the virus wouldn't even been here.
That's
right?
Killed, bro.
That's in his mind,
bro.
His
daddy was found in the back roads and shit like that. Like,
a loss is a loss.
Yes,
a loss is a loss,
and he would have every right to take off.
And he does have the right. He does have that right. But then again, there's the difference. But there's still a difference.
Jordan Pops wanted him to play baseball. His pop wanted him to play baseball, so
Jordan was on his own path.
And that's like.
But if he hadn't did that, then where would their stats have been,
bro? Did Kareem ever 3-peat? At any point in time,
his position,
did he ever repeat?
But in his position, bro, you can't really sit up there and do that by himself.
He had Magic.
Okay,
Magic never repeated it.
But he still okay. All right, you're right. You
know, any nigga that repeated twice.
Nobody has repeated twice yet.
There you go, bro. Right there. Yeah. There she goes, right there.
Yeah.
You said repeated twice? Other than?
I'm talking about they
I just said yeah.
Oh, okay. I just said yeah. Until a nigga three-peat back to back, you got nothing left. That's your GOAT right there. Of course, he got more points because he played 7 more years. If Jordan played 20 years, there's no way you could tell me he's not gonna get more points than them. There's never been a point where he averaged less than like 26, 27 or some shit like that. I'm
not disagreeing with that.
Multiple seasons of averaging.
I'm not disagreeing with that. I think there would be no question if Jordan had enough.
It was
to
never
stop
gonna
playing.
be a time of like him being the most, like getting more rebounds than him. That's never gonna happen.
Because I remember he came back with the Wizards and he still cooked niggas. So
exactly,
he was still putting on the show and he still made the All-Star team.
I mean, so yeah, y'all could whoever listening, y'all can do what y'all want with that though, man. But
sorry about the tirade, man. When it comes to this GOAT conversation.
My bad.
We're in the content game now, so that's what we're here for.
I hope I don't get us banned.
Next topic on the docket though. Speaking of signature moves, best handle NBA history. This should be an interesting topic. I got my answer personally. I don't know if this is gonna be unanimous. I'm not saying it should be. It should be unanimous. But just something I thought of real quick. If somebody got a sake of argument, I'm willing to hear it. But honestly,
I got an honorable mention at least.
I have Uncle Drew as the best handle in Kyrie Irving NBA history. I don't think it's close. I do think Steph. I'm not gonna say I don't think it's close. But what I mean is I don't think that the debate should be intense unless you just got. I definitely got
Who's the clear cut for you?
Uncle Drew.
Kyrie Irving.
Kyrie,
Steph.
Kyrie?
In history.
Kyrie?
In history.
Kyrie!
Who got better hands than Kyrie?
I agree with you.
He fucking
I agree with you.
But definitely.
I agree with you.
That's unanimous. But close seconds and thirds for sure, like Steph Curry, Allen Iverson.
I'm going to give it to KD.
AI had a nasty handle. It was nasty.
I'm gonna say this had a nasty crossover.
This the thing though. Back then we were saying AI handles was crazy, but what Kyrie and Steph did, they revolutionized the handle.
Exactly.
And people forget.
On the stream.
Not for nothing.
So how close are they?
Pretty.
It's a 1. It's not a 1-1A type shit. It's a 1 and he's a 2.
Let me ask you this then.
I think it's 1A, 1B, bro.
Yeah. Somebody in there is close. Is actually close. That's Zeke.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can put him up there.
I got no.
Put him up there.
I don't think he's better than Curry though.
Isaiah Thomas,
No.
Detroit Pistons. That's Zeke for those. You
It's tough,
know.
though. It's tough. You can't really
I think it's
say that.
I think it's just the way his game. Bro. I'm just saying the way he's
evolved, but like the way
the way he was dribbling, it
nice.
applied to today's basketball. Like Zeke could dribble.
No.
Dribble.
But what was his game though?
Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah, what was his game? He was more attacking, right?
Everything. He could shoot the mid. He was like,
but he wasn't Curry. He gonna cook you up from half court and then pull that bitch in your face. You know what I'm saying? So it's like Steph Curry's game with his handles.
Because niggas
is better than
like hitting you with a crossover, and pulling up on your ass type shit. So that's where it evolved.
Isaiah was,
like Curry will be doing some stuff and he'll in mid and pull up on you, bro. Like
niggas gotta recognize Zeke is kind of dead nice, bro.
Yeah,
Zeke is Chris Paul with 2 championships.
Facts.
So I see it: Kyrie, Steph, Zeke, CP3. That's how I see it. And then AI.
Hold on, what was the order?
Kyrie, Steph, Zeke, CP3, AI. And AI and CP3 is kind of they right there.
I might put CP3 ahead of Zeke.
And
I might put CP3 ahead of Zeke.
Ahead of Zeke?
Yeah.
So you put him at number 3?
It is more what have you done for me lately? Or
and then Jamal Crawford is right there.
He playing long.
Jamal Crawford.
Isaiah Thomas retired super early.
Yeah,
like, that's not
facts.
I don't want to sleep on Jason Williams.
No, Jamal Crawford.
Darren Williams had him up. Darren Williams had handles, bro. Yes, he did. Darren Williams had handles.
Darren Williams had a nice handle, but it wasn't polarizing. He had the basic fundamentals of handling the ball. He could cross you over. He could go behind the back. He could go between the legs. The in and out was beautiful. In and out to the floor.
Because the size of how he was. What was he, like 6'4", 6'3", 6'4"? 6'4", so he a big point guard, bro. His crossover was like
continuity for me, like the ability to like the fluidity of how you dribble that motherfucker. Like it's a difference. The way Kyrie is, that's what puts him at the top. Cause it's like there's no question of where the ball is for him. Mm-hmm. That bitch is right where it wanted to be. Steph is like that too, but it's a little bit looser with his handle for me. You know what I mean? Like, but the reason I put Chris Paul right there because how many times, like, besides the little shit that happened like recently as far as the playoff run where he kept losing the ball, that don't happen.
It's because of COVID, bro.
That don't happen. Like it's never really been like just a stupid crossover. Like, yeah, maybe a little bit, but it's never like a question of where the ball is for him. He know where he going with it. He know where it is. Like Isaiah is nice too, but like his speed compared to the rest of them with the ball has always been the difference. Mm-hmm. Like they just a little bit quicker with it.
You think so? You really didn't watch him dribble like you couldn't have. Like I love you.
Chris Paul.
I don't know. It
Do you
could
not
be.
remember? I watched Chris Paul since rookie year.
But it could be though. You got to think Isaiah Thomas and Chris Paul about the same height. They both close to the ground. The ball is right there.
Isaiah Thomas
like 6'1".
Chris Paul like 6 feet.
They like the same. It's almost basically
6'1" is different.
It's not dramatic. We're not doing that. It's not
dramatic.
It's not that dramatic.
It's not. But I'm saying like I've watched Isaiah. I didn't watch all of their games. Like I watched them on,
His handle was disgusting.
But it was never. I don't know. It's just the different moves.
Okay, let's do this then. He's the only player that I say I'm putting from like back then in the top tier of all time. Like because most of the top tier is pretty much everybody's recent.
I would put
Tim Hardaway.
Yeah.
Tim Hardaway.
Oh my god.
Mr. Crossover. Mr. Crossover.
Nasty motherfucker.
Mr. Crossover.
But I would even put Pistol Pete in that bitch too, though.
Pistol Pete had. If we're talking about if we're talking about the combination of handling and ball passing, it's stuff we still haven't seen. Like him, it's crazy the fact that
motherfucker was nasty.
That him and Magic played so long ago and nobody emulated this yet. Like I'm like that's crazy. Like and I love that about the game. There's certain things that people of old could do that nobody can do today. I love that. So it lets you know it was talent in every era of basketball. And I feel like I'm gonna sneak Baron Davis in there as a supreme. Anybody who know me know I'm a Baron Davis. I'm a Baron Davis stan. That's one of my favorite.
Kyle Lowry and he's still out here on the Drew League killing it.
Still killing, gaining weight.
Yeah, killing.
I don't know what's going on with his hair. I love my G, man.
All right, so Marcus, I'm gonna ask you a question. No, Javon. So who is top 3? You know what? Just one person that you feel got underrated handles.
Underrated
handles. And y'all want you to formulate some things in your mind too, Marcus. What you thinking?
Underrated. God, I'm gonna have to think on that one, bro. Because I mean, of course, it's Jason Williams. He's not necessarily mentioned in the top handles of all time.
Okay.
Boy, it's nice. Boy, it's definitely nice.
Underrated handle.
Yeah.
That's a tough one. Because I mean, like,
my underrated handle is KD. Because he's 7 foot and he got a smooth crossover.
Underrated though.
I can't say it's underrated.
Because niggas know now.
But he ain't in the conversation. The dude that got handles. You know what I mean?
Like,
So that's why I'm saying
he's not among the best with the handle. Like the best of all time. Nah, I couldn't put him on third. But if you're going by size, hell yeah, he the top one. As far as like a 7 footer with handles. But like overall with all guards, nah, I wouldn't put him at the top.
Nah, yeah.
But he definitely, I mean, like, the nigga got a handle, bro.
Yeah, he got it.
Nigga definitely got a handle. But when I think about underrated, man, it's tough.
On the spot with
like Brandon Roy to me had underrated handles.
I can
you know what I mean?
that.
Because like to me, underrated handles is like your handles fit your game.
Damian Lillard, I feel like his handle is definitely underrated.
Yeah,
his handle is definitely underrated.
Yeah.
Underrated. I'm gonna have to go with Tyreek Evans, man. When I think about his,
what it was with him, bro.
I'm gonna go Tyreek Evans. I just thought for him to be like 6'6", 6'7", the way he handled the ball, like it was a period of time, like it was a narrative that he couldn't handle the ball. If you was a certain height, you really couldn't handle it like that. KD kind of like took that narrative, just slam dunked that. You feel me? So, but Tyreek was somebody though that behind the back, the crossover, the in and out to the floater, between the leg. He kind of had it all, man. You know.
I got one.
You got one? What we doing?
Stevens.
Underrated handle.
Underrated handle.
I ain't mad, man.
Break your ass down if you playing with him.
I ain't mad.
If you playing with him, he will break your ass down.
I ain't mad. I'm not mad at that at all, actually. I'm not mad at that.
Definitely underrated, bro.
What about you?
I already said mine, KD.
KD, oh, you just gave me that.
That's what I feel got underrated handles, bro.
I can respect that.
I mean, we all know like the James Hardens of the world. We all know like John Wall. We know certain people. We know everybody. Kimball Walker.
Yeah, no disrespect.
But this was
Tim Hardaway. Oh my god!
I was watching. He was in the back.
Oh, y'all was listening. I was trying to. Oh my god, bro! I don't know how. I don't know why his son ain't got these handles like he has, bro. We need that. He got that shot though.
He got the bag.
He got the shot.
He got the bag.
He got the bag like his daddy, bro. That man was cooking.
Nigga get y'all 16 points next year, but he got that bag.
Man, he got that bag.
That's another debate y'all could do, which y'all will. We got another topic. Who was your toughest one-on-one matchup growing up? Like 1v1, you know, my bad. Black top.
Keep rubbing on my knee, bro.
My bad, bro. Small table.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
It's
I got mine off top.
I got mine too, bro.
I'm gonna go first. It was you. It was actually you.
Hold up, how that make you feel?
I mean, I'm glad. I'm honored. You know what I'm saying?
See, for me, Javon kind of was the first person like to make me realize that it's some people that in my age group that actually get busy on the court, because what it was, the crossover was shifty. Sometimes I could keep up with them, but it was the layup with the offhand that'll give me sometimes. Even the dominant hand, when I thought about it later, I just like, why not just try to block it with my left hand? But he was just so quick with it. Like the crossover was quick. Like the movement was quick. If we're talking ball handling, it wasn't anything you couldn't do. Like getting to the hole, I thought he was one of the best ball players to get to the rack and finish.
He had that distraction, bro. He had a hidden jujitsu. It was a swoop. Man. You be looking at his hair like, bro, how your hair get like this? And then he hit you with the offhand. You like, dang, I'm gonna be looking at this nigga swoop. I didn't get the blocking shot.
Yeah, for sure. Like you could hit the three, you could hit the mid range, but like you got. It was the ball handler for me, because for me playing 1-on-1, I dominated. Like I wasn't worried about nobody playing 1-on-1. And when I got a little older, I got a little body weight, so I had developed a post game.
Nigga killed my ass.
Like so, my post game mixed with like my handling, my jump shot, my floater, my footwork, it wasn't a match for your game. So I always thought you was a superior ball player to me. So I'm not.
That's crazy because I always thought it was the other way around. The only thing that separated us from me was my passing. That was
I became a better passer like later on. Like later on, I could pass.
As far as like the footwork and everything else to handle, like it was harder. It was like literally the only thing that I felt like I was different. Like I was a little bit better at is just passing. But like for me, bro, my toughest matchup. Like you are definitely like it's tough because this person was always the one I always played against, and I could never beat this motherfucker.
Who? My
cousin, bro.
Who?
My older cousin that passed away. R.I.P. to my cousin, man. Appreciate it. I love you, man. I miss you, definitely. But growing up,
give us some insight to his game though, because people might not know.
Oh no, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like growing up, bro, he was always like you.
I didn't know he could hoop like that though. I know he could hoop.
The nigga can hoop, but he was always a trouble kid, like a trouble child. You know what I'm saying? He never focused in on hooping. He was always worried about getting money and doing other stuff. So he kind of moved away from basketball, but like the nigga handle was quick. The nigga had the jumper and he had the size. Like he wasn't like a big nigga. He was always like built, big broad shoulder type of nigga, so he can move you where you wanted to go. And I could never beat this nigga in 1-on-1. No matter how much I tried, I could cross this nigga up all day. But his reaction speed was immaculate. Like the nigga could catch my shit on the glass. Motherfucker catch my shit. And I'm like, bro, I can't. There's nothing I can do with you, bro. Like even when I learned how to shoot, even when I learned how to do other stuff, but he was the one that pushed me to be able to do the shit that I was doing with y'all. Like because the nigga handle was nice. The nigga was big. The nigga could finish with either hand. Like that's what. I was like, okay, bro, I gotta learn how to do all this shit, bro. You're not about to keep beating me in this backyard, nigga. Like, I gotta come over your house all the time. You kicking my ass. Like, I gotta learn. I gotta get better. So that's what pushed me. You know what I'm saying? That's what made me go to different hoods and hoop with different people. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he was that nigga for me.
I got an honorable mention. You know who this is too, but he had potential. He was a trouble child. Anthony Wallace, not light skinned Anthony Wallace. Went to Zonewall with you. Anthony Wallace, in my opinion, he was like Trevor Ariza with handles, like because he could shoot. He had a slim frame.
Yeah,
he'll cross anybody.
Nice.
He was nice,
bro. That nigga was.
Just think about how many ball players didn't make it. It's millions, bro. It's millions. My bad. That was just the honorable Anthony Wallace. AWOL. They call him AWOL for sure. AWOL. Bro. He had a jumper. He could shoot the ball. He could pass.
What happened to him?
No, he's still alive and everything. But he's just
always
in the street. But this go back to middle school, high school. It was always like
always in some shit, bro.
But that was just like somebody I just thought of real quick. But who you got?
Man, I got two.
Okay.
Shout outs to my great uncle Archie King. He used to take me up to the court up the street, and he was like, he probably about 40 at the time, 35, 40. He was up there and hoop. He kind of introduced me to the game, and like the toughness side, like the elbows, Javon, that I used to throw, I got that from him. You know what I'm saying? So he was one of my major one-on-ones, because I think I was about like 8, 9 when I was going up him. You know, he in his 30s and 35s, you know, in his 40s or whatever. So I'm frustrated, but he teaching.
No mercy.
You know, he teaching me, you know, mental toughness. You know, he teaching me, you know, that the game it ain't nothing but a game, but, you know, once you step off, it's love. You know, and at the time, I'm frustrated, bro. I'm like little Naruto, you know, I just want to be great. You know, I want to be the greatest. And, you know, he just like, hey, you know, I'm going to show you this part of the game, the gritty part. Like, they going to talk trash to you. You might get hit in the eye here, you know what I'm saying? But you got to be smart. You got to be smart about who you going up against, how you talking to them, how you kind of trash you saying, the people that they with. So the street game, the street side of it, you know, I learned a lot just off that one-on-ones. And I could never beat this old nigga because nigga was stronger, bigger, right? But he taught me how to be able to survive in those environments. When you got somebody bigger, stronger, they don't care about, you know, your well-being. They gonna bow you, they gonna hit you in the eye. You still gotta go out there and get that bucket. So that was one of my toughest, was, you know, great uncle Archie. Then my cousin Gary, man, he had like this smooth.
Gary, I would never.
Yeah, man, Lil Gary.
Respect nigga named
Lil Gary, bro. Lil Gary. So my auntie was married to Big Gary. They got a divorce or whatever on some crazy stuff. But Lil Gary, that was like one of the only like little male cousins I had, and he hooped. So that was right up my alley. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to be better than that nigga. But he just had this smooth game, bro. He was kind of longer than me, arm-wise, a little taller. So he just had this smooth. He was like KD. He had this smooth crossover. He had this like T-Mac like jumper. It was crazy how he hooped, man. I just wanted to beat that nigga at every chance we got in the driveway, bro. I wanted to beat that nigga, but he was longer. He got smoother. He had it. He was faster on defense, but he made me better. I got that nigga one time though.
Got him?
I got that nigga.
You got him?
Heck yeah, I got that nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we'll
I developed a off the free throw line, but like a fade to the left. So I would come across the court and I would shoot it from a free throw line, but I'd be fading to the left and he couldn't stop it. And I figured it out off the backboard. And I just kept doing it until I beat that nigga.
Hey.
Forget it. I wanted to win.
Hey, man. Gotta appreciate that, dude.
Yeah.
Everybody got tough one-on-one matchups, man. That's how you get better. I'm pretty sure like your favorite NBA player has somebody that you never heard of. They had to overcome. But we got it's time to get into them bars, man. It's time to switch it up, man. It's time to switch lanes real quick, man. We got the top 10 hip hop artists of all time in our personal favorite 10s. This don't have to be in order, just something just for debate. I'm gonna let
tough.
I'll go first just to break the ice, the rapper that I am. I'll go first. Although I do rap, I can rap, I can spit. Can't spit.
He should have been a nigga that's doing the intro, you know what I mean?
Should I give him some balls?
Not facts.
I got a beat I've been cooking.
Should I give him some balls right now?
If you want to.
Right now?
Exclusive.
We gotta put this on the intro.
Exclusive. You actually heard that bug. You heard this before. I sent you this.
Okay.
He finna
I sent you this, man.
bars, bro.
I feel like
for real. I thought he was playing.
Nah, for real.
Hit a nigga with that shit. Play that funky music.
I'm about to
beat, bro. You need a beat?
I don't need a beat.
I got a little. All right, okay.
I'm about to get y'all some balls, man. We having fun today, man. I'm feeling good. Y'all ready?
I'm ready, man. You can get mine. Where the incense at in this note?
What the incense? What the sage? What the sage
I feel like this beat gonna go with it, bro.
Outside my mental, yeah, I'm back again. Restore the feeling where niggas put disaster in. Eloquently just to kill, my stock is up. Used to reside inside a Henny bottle till it was bottoms up. What you do when you walk outside and it's Columbine? Or when it's time to ride, you ostracize. Constant tug of war with my conscience. These convictions is killing me. Renovations submitting me. All this fear, I'm giving it up. Stick the syringe inside the pen, get that adrenaline rush. I mean, imagine when Mr. Perfect ain't missed the spot. Or the day when your demons decide to spin the block. This earth is filled with wickedness, deadly disease like AIDS and syphilis. My penmanship is where philanthropy can provide the win. 9/11 cruising alleyways is what you find me in. Truth be told, powers that be ain't got a place for effort. The dream was still Huxtable, but all we saw was J.J. Evans. Word is bigger than me, killing these dreams. I'm sitting in grief, pull it and squeeze. They teach us these things. Pride coming before the fall. It's a sickness we breathe. Struggling with my money, Mitch just couldn't give Rico them keys. I got a reservoir filled with ambition and what you call that. Sinful nature meets the evils inside, now I could fall back. Fornication got real estate inside my mental. Cigar smoke floats its way into my temple. All the Mars not crafted to tell the time we got. I saw my beautiful demise inside a Nike box. Swisher.
Nigga, hold on. I know exactly
Bars.
I know it's first of all, you killed that shit. But I know exactly what fucking beat should have been going with this one.
It's for a song actually. It was for a Tale of Two Cities.
Yeah?
That's what I thought about when I did. Pound cake? It do got
that hoe killed on her. That hoe would have killed on her, bro.
It do got a pancake.
Like, bro, that hoe would have killed on her, nigga.
Well, now, man,
shout out to them bars,
we just having fun, man.
I've been waiting for something.
We just having fun, man. But
I'm trying to manage this nigga, man.
I need to do something, man. But
I'm trying to get my LLC like everybody else do.
I got a top 10, man. No particular order.
How long is that? How many bars was that?
I have no idea. I just be writing, bro.
You know what's crazy, man? All right, we'll talk about
that. That was smooth.
I feel like. So what kind of like what beat you want with that? Like what kind of tone is with that?
It was supposed to be A Tale of Two Cities by J. Cole. That's what I wrote it for.
Yeah, but like that can go on anything.
It could, you know, if I
like, is this an up tempo? This is smooth. This is kind of like a
in the middle, kind of like
some emotion to it.
Up tempo ish, but like sometimes you gotta calm it down. Like definitely the end of that verse,
bro. When you rap, bro,
at one part.
When you rap, bro, you inspire me to just like get in the lab and start cooking, bro. Like back in the day, bro. Like you inspire me, bro. Like you gotta know that, bro. You inspire me to do that.
Mixtape that never was, man.
So yeah,
I'm
be looking forward to that, man.
Top,
coming soon, Jems for the record mixtape. I'm just the manager, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be that DJ drama shit. I'm gonna get on the front of him.
Low key and high key. This is Clash of the Titans. Like we're not gonna forget that. Yeah. We're not forget that title, bro. We're not gonna forget it. Like that's gonna be it. Jems presents Clash of the Titans.
Well, we definitely do got to get into the top 10. Who you got?
My bad. All right.
No, we could. I'm letting y'all do y'all thing. No particular order.
Marcus.
I got Jay-Z, number 1. Number 2 is Biggie. Number 3 is Tupac. Number 4 is Nas. Number 5 is Black Thought. Number 6 is Lil Wayne. Number 7 is Scarface. Number 8 is Lauryn Hill. Number 9 is Raekwon. Now my number 10, I struggle with my number 10. I got Jadakiss, I got Big Pun. I got a lot of people in my number 10 spot. I can even throw Styles P in there if I wanted to. I love some SP, but it's tough, man. That number 10 spot. I'm thinking.
You get Pun? He only had that one.
He had two. Yeah, two. I mean, Biggie had 2 still, you know, but
that's fair.
But I mean, Pun. I'm thinking about it, man. Pun was dope, man. I could throw Mobb Deep in there as 1, I would. But it's number 10.
I'm talking about over Jada though.
That's what I'm saying.
Jada big as
but you know, Jada was one of my guys. Like I don't even want to have no recency bias because of the verses. Like, if you know me, Jada was my guy. Jada was my guy.
Cause he stay dropping an album every 2 years, some shit like that, like a mixtape or some shit. You know what I'm saying? And they always good production, good songs on it. I ain't gonna lie, I've been moving more away from music, to be honest. I've been back in this, like, listening to podcast game. But as far as, like, lyricism type, like, you have to put him top 5 dead or alive.
I thought about Royce. I ain't gonna hold you. I debated Kendrick for like a few minutes. I was thinking about it because I did spend a lot of my life listening to Kendrick. If his next album, if it drops and it's like undeniable, he'll be 5 for 5 for as projects go. I might have to sneak him through the back door and just say, hey, just stand right here real quick.
Top, man. 9-10, definitely.
But my 10 is definitely, it's open for discussion, my 10, but I'll let one of y'all take the floor for sure.
10 too many, bro.
But see, this the thing, though. I think 10 gives you room, though. I think it gives you a lot of freedom.
I like to keep it tight and close knit, though.
Like, if you say top 5, of course you're going to be like Big, Pop, Jay-Z, like Nas.
No, you said our top 5. Not like, personally.
Who would be outside?
I got different
Another dude who I thought about was 3 Stacks. 3 Stacks don't make the music. He don't make music. And I'm gonna keep it a book with you. Not for nothing. I'm gonna let y'all finish. But I think if he gave us a solo album, it ain't gonna be what we want. Andre like to play with music. He played with music a lot.
It wouldn't be.
He's very artsy. I don't know if he's gonna. It ain't gonna be just 82 bars for real. Like, it's gonna be some other stuff. He might be singing about.
I feel like he's a lot better as far as the rapping wise. If he on somebody else shit, that's a feature. When he's a feature, he gonna get in his fucking bag. When it's their music, you notice a lot with Outkast. He'll give you bars, but most of the time he giving you song format type shit, like the singing song you rapping type. Before without the auto tune type shit. But you really got me interested though. Like, okay, let's say if you was to just do 5, who would your 5 be? Eli?
Well, keep it a bean with you, bro. I'm kind of lost in this subject because this Kanye album kind of just messed me up a little bit, just as far as like my attention. But I'm always gonna say Lupe. I'm just gonna say it.
Lupe is your guy.
Lupe is my guy. You know, I put Jay in that.
Jay-Z?
Yeah, I put Jay in that.
Okay.
Just as far as listening purposes, I didn't really listen to Tupac too much. I didn't really listen to, Big too much.
Respectfully, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I listen to more Nas, so I put him in as them in third slot.
For sure.
Kanye is in it. He ain't 4, but he 5. Number 4 is kind of, I don't know. I like Common. Just, that's my.
I love Common.
That's my lane.
Yeah, Common dog.
But I don't want to say Common is better than Kanye. I don't think that's a different discussion. So
that's a rabbit hole.
Yeah, that's why. That's a different discussion.
Kanye,
I don't want to go to that.
Kanye can't be in your best rapper.
Okay, so the reason why I say that,
him or Drake can't.
I'm not gonna say Drake.
But this is your list. This is your list.
The reason why I don't put Drake in it is because to me Drake has sound the same across every album that he's done.
We're gonna be getting to that.
Right. So he's to me. He sounds the same. It's always kind of the same and stuff like that. I think Kanye has evolved, and listening to evolution sometimes could be different and difficult. So if it's different than what you're used to and you're not open to trying to figure out what he's trying to do, then you're not going to really see Kanye for what it is, because we all kind of lost sight on what Kanye was and what he was doing. Like, this man was transitioning, and then his life was in his music, so you kind of see, like, the distraction and him being scattered between multiple projects. You saw that in certain projects that he dropped, right? Because like when he was doing Cruel Summer, right? He was doing Cruel Summer. Plus, he was doing another album. Plus, he was doing an album with fucking with Kid Cudi. He was, working with multiple artists at the same time. But like when he actually, like with Donda, when he actually sat down and focused, you know what I mean? You kind of get like this complete album where it's artsy, right? But then you kind of see what he was trying to do with Yeezus, when he was trying to do with God, when he was trying to do with all his other albums, right? You see that when he focuses in, okay, this is the product. This is Kanye. Mm-hmm. Like this is where Kanye is mentally.
He's an artist,
and he's an artist, right? But then he's putting what his beliefs in his music. He's talking more about God, and he's talking more about self-preservation and how you should, like when he was putting the domes up. So it's like this whole other aspect of what he's putting into the music that you don't see in other artists. I know he probably got his ghostwriters and all that stuff, but still, everything is, he got his hands in it, So you see that in his music. So it's hard to see evolution if you're not understanding it, So my bad, Kanye, you know what I'm saying? I forsake him for a little bit. I was like, I don't know what's going on, but now I see you just transitioning, and I'm cool with it. I'm chilling.
Can I ask you a question about your top 10?
I didn't get to it. I stopped at Kanye. I stopped at 5.
No, I'm saying like about it. Is Lecrae in your top 10?
Lecrae is number 9. Ludacris is in there too. Andre 3 Stacks is in it. I got 2 more. I don't know. I think I don't know.
It's tough.
To round out number 8 and 10.
You like Wayne?
Nah, I don't know, bro. I don't put Wayne in my top. Just I don't know. I like to listen to music. I put Wale in it just because I like to listen to it. Every album by Nothing is my favorite album. One of my favorite albums. I won't say my favorite. One of my favorite albums. So I'll give it to him. Most Def, Khalid, they in there. So I think that rounds out my top 10. So that rounds out my top 10.
See, man,
I apologize to everybody else that I left out, but that rounds out everybody in my,
Honorable mention in my top 10. I love Ghostface Killer. I thought about him too. Like, it's just a lot. I'm backpack. If y'all don't know, I'm very backpack. Eli backpack. Like, team backpack. It's the jam sport.
I'm ratchet as fuck.
Let's get it.
I'll be the ratchet nigga in the group.
This nigga say Gucci Man. I swear to God.
We ended this podcast. We can have a podcast where he talking about Gucci Man.
I grew up on street shit, okay?
Everybody get the black and miles out. Get your black forces out. Get your do-rags out.
Always been on that street shit. You know what I'm saying?
Let's get it.
But nah, of course, I gotta have Biggie. I gotta have Pac. I gotta have Jay-Z. I gotta have Wayne.
That's 4.
You know what I'm saying? I gotta have. I put Big L in there. Of course, he ain't really had no music, but as far as like the potential, Big L is fucking nice.
Big L was
fucking nice.
Big L was unreal.
Like, bro,
Big L was
that
unreal.
rapping that y'all see from Jay and y'all see from all them, that's Big L.
That's Big L.
That's Big L.
Definitely thought about him too.
I gotta put Kendrick in there because the musicology or whatever you want to call it, the discography,
yeah, catalog,
like
it's perfect,
man.
He hadn't missed with nothing.
Like, bro, like even though To Pimp a Butterfly, like it has a couple skips in there for me, but the album as a whole in general, I was bumping this shit for like 2 years.
Let's talk about that album real quick. I'm finna get in and out real quick. I want you to finish. Sonically, that music probably didn't resonate with people because it was coming off of Good Kid, Mad City. But if you listen to it lyric wise, that may have been some of the best rapping ever. Like he rapped it. He rapped. That was rap. Like
even the interludes, nigga,
was crazy.
Like, bro,
that's a deep album. Like if you really break that album down, like with what Lucy was doing to him in the industry, how she could, or he or she, whatever entity.
I remember I was confused.
Yeah, type stuff. You feel me? Like, for real. The way he broke it down, like I could give you whatever you want. Like, it was like he was fighting with the devil. And that album had a lot of jazz instrumentation. I could see why, like, sonically, why it didn't hit with a lot of people. But as far as music,
I can't see it sonically, because, like, when you think about it, bro, like, the way he put the jazz and the shit together, like, on a fucking, not even a trap beat, but just that bass to that motherfucker.
But you gotta think, though, coming off of Money Trees or Poetic Justice.
Oh, no, it's a difference. It's a difference. But it's like, just like if you say you're a fan of Kanye, it's been an evolution as far as his music. Like, it's not just the same shit he giving you. Like, okay, you say Drake is giving you the same shit. Kendrick is definitely not giving you the same shit.
Not, bro. Kendrick's not giving you the same stuff, bro.
Each album is different. Even the difference between Section
80
and
my God.
and Max City. Like,
I apologize. I left him off of my top 10.
Who?
Kendrick.
Oh,
and I wasn't even thinking. Yeah, he in there.
But I mean, like, okay, so let's give me 6.
Quality is number 11.
I gave you Wayne. I gave you
Old Pac, Big,
Kendrick, Wayne, the Big L.
No, like 4 left.
I see where you're coming from, Big Pun. Though, to be honest, I'll probably put him out like it's right outside my 10.
Not mad.
But Pimp C, I put him in there.
I ain't mad at all.
I definitely
Sweet Jones.
I definitely put Pimp C in there. I definitely put Scarface in there. That's like you saying, like
got 2 more.
They Ghetto Boys, man. That era was different, bro. They speaking to a nigga, bro.
Yeah, Scarface one of the
best storytellers. Like, seriously, they speak straight to a nigga's scope. Like, I would have to put Ghetto Boys as a whole in there because niggas don't realize Willie D was fucking nice.
He was the rapper. He'll rap about punching you
with it, bro.
Willie D will rap about punching you, but he'll actually do it, bro. Yeah, he actually do
like
it.
Real shit.
We talking about like gangster rappers, like Willie D was like one of them niggas.
I'm trying to remember that fucking song when that nigga was talking about robbing a bank or some shit like that. But nigga, the fucking like the storytelling ability, bro, like the way he broke that shit out. Yeah. Like, come on, man. I'll have to put them in there as a whole. To be honest, it'll be hard to separate them. But I'm thinking I'm at 8 now, so I got 2 more. When I really think about it, it's tough to finish out, to be honest, bro. Would I put Cole in there? I put Cole in there. Kiss, of course. And it's not recency bias, but like Kiss of the Dragon, Kiss like
the last Kiss. Top 5 dead or alive.
The nigga has bars, bro. And the ability to ride any type of beat. You know what I mean? Like, of course he'll boom bap. He'll get on some regular ass street shit and kill that. Like, I've seen him get on some random ass white boy beat and kill that shit. Like, like, you gotta give him his credit for what he's able to do with any type of beat.
Yeah.
I would probably have Cole finish out my top 10, man.
I have a question for both of y'all.
Oh my God, I did put J. Cole in my Jesus Christ.
I got a question.
Alright, Most Def number 12.
Most Def number 12 for him. We're gonna come back next episode for Eli. Yeah, we're gonna give him a top 20.
Number 20.
We're gonna give him a top 20 on the top 20. I got a question for y'all. How come Eminem isn't any of our top 10s? For me personally, Eminem is an incredible rapper, but I'm gonna be honest with you. Me being 30 now, Eminem, a lot of people always talk about Eminem, but I guarantee you those same people don't listen to his whole albums like in their totality. Like Eminem got hits. He could probably go on set for like 4 hours for real and just rock it. But for me, I don't. He's an incredible rapper, but for me, he just not anymore. He just doesn't do it anymore. He hasn't really done it for a long time, but he is talented.
I mean, like as far as like discography, is not really great. But I mean, the Marshall Mathers LP, like that shit.
You don't think his discography is great?
Like as a whole,
yeah.
He has a lot of like top 10 type hits, like Billboard type.
He gonna get a pop single. He gonna trend.
But like as far as like the LPs themselves, it's tough. It would give you a lot of skips because it was a lot of animated shit. It was a lot of like
it's a lot of content.
It's a lot of like I killed my mom. Do like this white boy shit. It's typical white boy shit. Like you know what I'm saying, but like.
It's
true. This is true, bro.
It's just how you react to it. That's what happened, bro.
The content has always been the problem for him. Like he not necessarily speaking to some shit that we live in. Like even though we not necessarily like I wouldn't necessarily call myself a street nigga, but like I've grown up in the hood my whole life, so it's like niggas that speak to that shit. Like I gravitate more to them than my mom locked me in a room type shit. Like,
not for nothing though. Stan was fire.
That's a fact.
Stan was fire.
I mean, cleaning out my closet. Like, of course you got some shit. Like,
until I collapsed.
Like, bro.
Like, the way I am.
Fucking the J verse, the
Renegade.
Mm-hmm. Fire.
Eminem was very, I don't want to take nothing away
from
him.
The song he got with 50. Fucking fire.
Patiently waiting
for a track. Bro, oh my God.
Eminem is incredible, bro, but like, for me, he just...
I've been patiently waiting to make it through all this. That was hard, nigga. That was hard.
Bro, he's stupid, bro. Fun dumb, bro.
That nigga hard, but it's like, as a total, his discography is just like... I can't necessarily like say no album has a lot of skips on that bitch. That's where... That's the difference between my top 10 and my other rappers, where it's like some of the niggas got more songs that I would listen to. Like Drake got a lot of songs. Like if you're reading this too late, I'll probably listen to that whole shit. But it's certain albums he got where I skip through a lot of the shit and get to the songs that I like. But with my top 10, I can listen to the whole album from them without issue. You know what I'm saying? Like Carter 2, Carter 3. Like I'm not skipping no music on that motherfucker. Jay-Z, I'm not skipping no music on shit. Reasonable Doubt, I'm not skipping no song on that bitch. Like you know what I mean? Like Big, I'm not skipping on Ready to Die. I'm not skipping none of that shit. Pac, All Eyes on Me. I'm not skipping none of that shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's certain people that got shit that I'm just not gonna skip.
Yeah, it's crazy that you said Drake. The next topic on the docket is actually about him because he having a run like never before. It's looking like he can't be stopped. Whether you like the music or not, you kind of got to get with it. He in a different space right now. I've seen some things comparing him to Hove. I'm not there yet, but
Trey Young, goofy ass.
to each his own. The questions to the podcast and to y'all: where does Drake stand in the rap game right now? For me personally, I was talking to a coworker. We here now. What I mean is, while we here now, he that nigga made a Teflon. I watched Pusha T put him under the concrete. Nobody said nothing.
Facts.
Meek Mill, whether you feel that he lost the beef, my gripe was he came at him for the most logical explanation that a rapper could come at another rapper for was somebody's helping you with the ink. Like, if it ain't another reason to come at a nigga, that's the one.
No,
but nobody said a word. I'm like, okay, he can hop on a song with you and make you hot. He topping the charts every time.
Yep.
He's been on. Okay, the only nigga I could think of who came out and caught fire like this was 50. Like recent DMX before 50. So it's like he invincible right now with the new album that he just came out with, Certified Lover Boy. I'm not crazy about it. I don't think.
Pack of men.
I don't think I'll go back and listen to it. what I say about that album, they could have trimmed some of the fat off of it. It could have been 13, 14 songs easily and been fire. But for me personally, Drake doesn't do what I want him to do. I want bars. You can do the singy stuff here and there, but I want bars.
He got a couple on there. Cause I ain't gonna lie, after I listened to the JPP, man, they was breaking down some of them fucking records. He was spitting on them.
But a lot of it was a lot of top tier hierarchy, belittling type of lyrics. You know, I'm not.
No. What we're not gonna do is to that shit when we got that Kanye shit. The only reason I'm gonna keep it real with you. The only reason you like that Kanye shit is because he's talking about God. He's talking about building. He's talking about like some religious-y type shit.
No.
The production on there is amazing, but the rapping on there, he got out-rapped by everybody on that album. Kanye can't rap no more. That's point blank period. Like his rapping is subpar, nigga. But what he talking about is very impactful to the community. So it's like. But at the same time, it's like, bro, you're not really even living what you're talking about. So I don't really, I take a little bit off of what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but like I was saying about Drake though.
Certified Lover Boy.
Another thing about that album too.
Donda is not very much better.
A lot of those
Donda
features
is better than Certified Lover Boy.
Yeah, but it ain't even top 5 as far as Kanye discography. Not even remotely close to any of the top 5. What album that's better than it?
Alright, we're not gonna go here.
It's not better than Life of Pablo. It's not better than My Beautiful Talk. This is better than Life of Pablo. Dark Twisted Fantasy.
No, it's not. It's not better than.
It's not better than College Dropout.
I think Dark Twisted Fantasy.
It's not better than Late Registration.
All right, well, you know what? Fuck it. Well, what's his top 5? What's his top? What's Kanye's top album? What's Kanye's top album?
My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Yes, I agree.
College Dropout, Late Registration.
Whoa. College Dropout before late. Oh shit, before Late Registration.
I'm not ranking none of them between.
Okay.
Just 5 top albums.
All right.
I still like said the one I'm
808s and Heartbreaks.
Yeah.
Still waiting.
Which one you waiting on?
Graduation.
That's like 5. That's number 5.
I ain't gonna hold you. Y'all know how I feel about 808 and Heartbreaks. Y'all know how I feel.
I know how you feel.
Yeah, I'm good.
I know you good.
Like, my phone is on, like the microwave.
To me, Donda is in top 5.
2K on.
What is this? What spot is it taking?
Huh? Donda.
Late Registration.
Okay.
College Dropout.
Okay.
My Beautiful
Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Okay.
Graduation.
Okay.
808s and Heartbreaks.
Okay.
It's not better than 808s and Heartbreaks.
Late Registration and Graduation.
Nigga, please.
I'm not.
Nigga,
y'all not gonna let me finish? All right.
I ain't saying no finish.
I see how this is.
Finish it.
I can't make a
finish it, but hell no.
Say what you gonna say.
Finish it.
I feel like Graduation and Late Registration.
Oh my god.
I feel like they're interchangeable.
Okay.
I feel like they're interchangeable.
With Donda?
Donda's in top 5. I think they're interchangeable within themselves in the top 5. I can go with
which
one
one
of
you
them.
taking out to put Donda in there?
Which one am I taking? No, they're like on their own. Like Donda's in there. They just interchange.
Okay, no. Which one of these 5? Because that's the 5. Late Registration.
Okay.
Graduation. College Dropout. 808s. My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Okay, that's 5.
Which one are you taking out?
Probably gonna be
none of them. That's the point. You're not taking none of them shits out.
Let's keep it.
Dang.
The first half of Kanye's discography is like undeniable.
I feel like
he got one of the best discographies in hip hop history. Like, whether you feel like he wrote whatever or not, like the catalog is there.
It's there.
We supposed to be talking about Drake right now. Like,
that's the problem, bro. They done fucked us up now because they had so much shit. It's like, bro, and it's like, bro, Kanye weird, bro. Kanye really weird because he doing so much shit about Drake. Like,
their relationship is weird. I don't know. It's like they beef, but they'll be on a song together tomorrow.
Yeah,
I'm good on. I don't know what they got going on. I don't really care if we keeping it. I
honestly don't know. But as far as Drake, like for me. And honestly, I feel like this should be for everybody, but like as far as like the rap game currently, he should be at the top. Just like you saying, like the nigga is
better than me, bro.
Like let's not say, and let's not say like as far as like top rapping, but as far as like top overall artists, The niggas should be there. Now, J. Cole definitely had a better album than both of them.
Oh, for
He's
sure.
He's definitely album of your category for me.
Yeah.
Him and
Isaiah Rashad and...
Who?
You don't think
He
off season?
That's how I know it's got to be some Jesus-y shit, bro.
Why gotta be about Jesus?
Like, bro, because that's how you do, bro.
All right, bro.
That's
I guess
how you do. That's gotta be. It's gotta be the gospel-y album. It's like, bro,
all right, bro.
You cannot tell me J. Cole album is not better than Donda.
All right, bro.
There's no way you gonna tell me that. What
Ain't
song
no
you
reason to
got on
argue. I ain't gonna argue with you.
Come on, bro. This is the point of this podcast, is debate. Okay.
Bro, can Colors Dropout and like Late Registration be one album?
No, that's
Can it be
not.
like part A and part B? Because it's basically like all within the same. You know what? I'm leaving it alone. We can go to the next one. We can go to the next one, bro.
But yeah, Drake would definitely be top. Baby is up there. Lil Baby is up there. The Baby is up there. But as far as musical talent, I guess, but not as rapping, not strictly rapping. Drake is nowhere in there the top as far as rapping, but as far as musical ability.
Have you listened to all of Donda?
I listened to like 16 songs.
So you haven't heard the whole album?
I've heard enough of that.
I haven't heard
No, you haven't heard the whole album. Okay, it's cool. So you can't say whether what's better.
It's not better.
You
If I
can't
heard
say that.
16 songs, like,
It's
what's
26
gonna change?
songs.
What's gonna change it?
It's like, what is it,
You think
25?
I've heard all of Late
You haven't heard-
Registration.
you haven't heard
I've
the songs.
all of College Dropout.
You haven't
I've
heard all of the songs.
All of the top
You haven't
five.
heard all of the songs.
And this shit not gonna
You haven't
change
heard all the
nothing.
songs.
I like,
Well, so you stopped at
I like
6.
five songs out of
so you
16 I
listen.
heard.
So you stopped at Keep My Spirit Alive.
I don't know the order that I listened to this shit in.
So you didn't listen to Jesus is Lord. You listen to Lord I Need You, Pure Souls, Come to Life, No Child Left Behind.
Look at all.
It's okay.
Look at all these songs. Jesus. That's
Uh-huh.
like, bro. This is you. That's cool. That's the shit that you like to hear.
No, you didn't listen to it.
That's the shit that you like to hear.
No, you didn't listen to it. So
That's
you can't.
fine.
You don't
I heard
have. You can't
16
formulate.
songs.
You can't formulate a complete.
If I heard 16 songs,
You didn't listen to the complete project,
I heard 16 songs.
but you did not listen to the complete
What the hell they
project.
gotta do with anything? I heard 16 songs.
All right. All right.
16 out of 26
All
is
right.
how much? What percentage is that?
His Apple Watch is telling him to
What
stand up and
percentage is
breathe
that?
for a minute. Mine is telling me to stand up and breathe
I'm
for a
just
minute.
saying,
You brought my blood pressure up right
That's the music
now,
you like
sir.
to listen to. That's not
No,
top for me. It's
no, it's
top
not.
five.
It's, man, this is ridiculous. I'm tired of this
It's
Kanye
not top
slander.
five.
I'm tired of this Donda sound slander that's
Well,
going on
There's
in
no
here.
slander. It's
It
not
has
top
to-
five.
You only listen to 16 songs and you telling me
And
that
it's
you heard
not
the
top
album
five.
the album is not what you think it is.
I
You haven't
asked
listened
you,
to it.
take one of them albums out. Which one you gonna take out?
I just told you. To me, Late
They
Registration.
not one album. They not one album.
It's one and the same.
It's not.
They're
one album.
interchangeable,
What
bro.
you trying to make Late Registration and what? College Dropout?
Yes,
Or
they're
Graduation?
interchangeable. No, the first two, they're interchangeable, bro.
No, they not.
Okay.
They are. To me,
Well,
they're interchangeable.
I'm
bro.
not gonna say they're interchangeable, but I will say the vibe is kind of the same. To
They're,
me. To me,
they're the
just
same,
kind
bro.
of the same. 'Cause
So that's why I
it's the
kind of
college-
put
it's
them in the
college
same.
thing, you know.
Yeah.
No, listen. I'm not saying they're interchangeable, but the vibe is kind of like it's very similar to me. I'm not even saying I'm agreeing with him. Don't make that face. Don't take that smug look off your face, my G. Like I'm.
This is ridiculous, bro. I can't.
Next topic on the document.
Kanye slander.
We butchered this. So next
So
topic.
which
on the
one of
document.
them you taking out?
Oh, we still on this.
Which one are you taking out since they interchangeable?
Which one is Lupe on?
Late registration.
All right, I'm taking the other one out.
Jay on
There we go. There we go.
Jay on both.
There we go. I just answered your question.
Jay on both.
Okay, but Lupe on one. So there we go.
Donda is not
Drop
better
it.
than College Dropout.
What?
You not about to sit here and say, bro, oh
Look,
my God.
that's
you
your
lied.
fault. That's your fault. You didn't listen to the whole album.
No,
That's your fault.
no,
Better
real
than college
shit.
dropout.
That's your fault.
Is it better
If you
than
don't
College
appreciate,
Dropout?
if you don't
I didn't
appreciate,
listen to it, but I doubted it is.
Bro, that shit is not better than College Dropout.
That's one of the best.
You will
debuts.
not.
That's one of the best
You will
debuts we've
not,
ever seen.
bro.
I'm gonna tell you right now,
not.
bro. I just look at
Yeah,
it.
we gotta let him have his opinion.
I have my opinion. I have my opinion, bro. Right now, I'm in the thick. Right now, I'm in the midst. Right now, I'm in the midst of listening to Donda 24/7 since it's dropped, and I've been dropping it, bro. And it's not because it's on some Jesus shit.
It got great production.
No, it's
The
not.
rapping is
The
garbage
song
on
is
there.
the album is for his mama,
rapping
bro.
is garbage.
The album's for his mama. The album's
I
for
don't
his
give a fuck
mama.
about his mama.
But if you, okay,
I'm sorry. Like, why would I?
all right.
I respect his mom. Like, it's not nothing to do with that. But it's, they don't give the album a pass for not being good.
It
Like,
is good.
It's not.
It
That's mid.
I feel like
okay.
I mean,
so for the aspect of so forget it. So for the aspect of
great production with mid.
So Marcus, let's say you made an album for your mama, right?
I know.
And your mama believes in how she moves, right? Is church, right? Are you gonna make an album with what she feels is in it, or are you gonna make an album based off of what you want in it? You gonna make one with what your mama raised you on, right?
You don't even live their life.
How do you know that? How do you know that?
It's a contradiction.
It's not a contradiction.
It's a very contradiction.
Because he's fighting drug addiction and all other stuff. That's just a demon in his life.
Bro. Like,
not me, Kanye, by the way.
This is Kanye. Yeah, my bad, people. But Kanye,
can y'all understand? Can we agree to disagree?
We can't agree to disagree.
We got one more. We got one more. We gotta knock out real quick.
Everybody keep disrespecting Donda like this, and this is just crazy. All right, okay. Sonic Blast. I got you.
With mid-ass rapping.
Last topic.
Hater Javon is at full effect.
Last topic on the docket.
I'll be that nigga.
I got something us backpack niggas worry about secretly. It's time to make it public now. We got the new age, the new wave, like the NLE choppers, the babies, the little babies, the little techers, the polo G's.
All these generic 2K niggas.
Who else? What's more like the new wave, like DDGs?
I don't know, bro.
Like,
I don't know none of these new
42
niggas. I'm tapping out. I'm 30. I'm old. Y'all can have it.
Money Bag Yo, like the NBA young boys.
Y'all can have it.
My question is, like, they so dominant in today's hip hop, will they forget about our beloved rappers?
Yes.
Like our Nas's,
yes,
our Lawrence, our Wu-Tangs, our Mobb Deeps.
The problem is will they, is have they? Because it's like, just like Trey Young literally just asked, has he surpassed Jay-Z? Like, come on, fam.
How old is Trey Young?
Like 22, 23.
Trey Young probably don't know what reasonable doubt ever was. That's what I'm saying. So like,
wasn't even born. Don't even know.
But you answering your question.
But the crazy part about it is they pushing the narrative. They trying to push the narrative though. Like, he ain't Jay. Like, he not.
Like, come on.
He not Jay. Like,
come on, bro.
He not
got like 12 number ones.
He not Jay.
Like, bro. Until you get 12 number ones, I don't want to hear that shit.
I knew I was in a bad place a while back. Somebody, has pretty much a barbershop growing up. Somebody was getting haircut. Somebody was getting a haircut. And I was talking to one of his sons who was waiting in line. I asked him. I said, "What you listening to?" He said, "I was listening to Chief. I'm listening to Chief Keef." I said, "You know who Nas is?" He was like, "Nah." And when he said, I was like,
"It's too late."
I was in my early 20s. I'm 30 now. So like, I know now he sure ain't listening to Nas. Like, it's
and King's Disease too just dropping.
Fire. Yeah.
It's Donda. Then it's that album in 2021. And then it's off season. We'll go from there.
That shit in there. Off season better than this shit, nigga. Whatever this shit.
We'll go from there.
But yeah, basically what I mean is like the golden era, like the 90s, like the DMX reign, the Wu-Tang reign, the Biggie, the Pop, the Nas, the Fat Joe, like the Big Puns, like the Ja Rules, like, it was
it's most wave, bro.
I feel like nobody's gonna take their time to dig in the crates, and because I had to dig in the crates, not even with hip hop, but like the Temptations, I had to dig in the crates. The crates, the Earth, Wind and Fire, I had to dig in the crates, like the Marvin Gaye's of the world, you know what I'm saying, like the Osley Brothers, the Al Green.
I think they're just getting older.
Like, I just wanna get due diligence to the game of music, but I don't feel like.
And that's what I'm trying to do with my kids, bro. Like, I try to play them all the shit that I know, like just like you saying, the Osley Brothers, Al Green, Marvin Gaye, like. they sit there, they look at me weird because I'm sitting there dancing in my shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Get in my bag. But I'm like, bro, you gonna learn this shit.
You
like,
have to.
You got to. Like, you can't just listen to fucking Cardi B and listen to all this new shit. Like, even though it's no problem as far as this shit.
No problem.
But like,
there's nowhere it came from.
You gotta, you know what I'm saying? You gotta respect the past. You gotta respect that. Hey, it's some good fucking music, not just good vibe. Good, you know what I'm saying? Turn up, want to do like the cute shit, but nah, good music that's gonna get you through some hardships, nigga. Like, you know
I don't know if this generation really has the passion to really just go dig into crazy. I'm not talking about the artists. I'm talking about the consumers.
Yeah.
Like, you know, because I know like YB and Corday. I know he knows who came before him. You know,
nice.
I know Bishop Nehru. Like, he knows who came before him. Like a Joey Badass. Like, he knows. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's like more so like the listener of like the new wave where they appreciate.
When was the last time Joey dropped something?
2017. It's been a minute. He's
minute.
doing. I think Joey loves acting.
He started acting.
Yeah, he like acting for sure. He like acting, but that's a concern of mine because I'm not even trying to just throw my backpack-ish ways on the new generation, but like I want them to go back and listen to Illmatic, go back and listen to Mobb Deep.
So listen to MC, go listen to 3-6 Mafia.
So facts, Scarface, AT Aliens,
Trap the Screw, you know what I'm saying? That whole wave, zero.
True, you feel me?
So do you feel like that backpack rap is starting to fade away?
No,
it's still there.
Underground rappers thriving, nigga. Like,
well, I mean, like mainstream.
That was never really mainstream.
But backpack is more backpack rappers. Backpack is more like the Royce the 5'9", the Smoke Dizzers, like Griselda kinda ish. They kinda popping right now, so I don't know. Everybody know who Griselda is.
They still boom bap.
Yeah, they still boom bap.
Okay.
But like you know, like the Raekwons, like the Ghostface.
So is that more for
well, they kind of
for underground?
Not rapping as much now though.
No, I mean like I'm talking about overall.
Okay.
It's my overall. I just want them to know like where
it's also tough when you think about it because it's like it's not. I mean, like of course, there's some people that still current or like in the game ish. You know what I mean? Like will put out a project every once in a while, but like a lot of people is just like coasting type shit. You know what I'm saying? They do their shows with the music they already got. They're not really doing new projects, so it's like tough to
like who though.
I mean,
I just want to get an example,
the old acts. I mean, even with Jay, like he don't put out a project very often. He put out 3-4 years type shit. You know what I mean? Like
that's a reason.
Like you know what I mean? Like
Nas is very active. That's one thing I do like about Nas. Nas has always been active. You can tell he loved the art.
Like he took a break though.
Yeah, he took a
huge ass break. But like when he did the album with Kanye, I think it was because the album with Kanye wasn't what he wanted it to be. That's when he came King's Disease.
The first one,
like you know what I mean? Like so I mean like it's tough to say who from then is really current now because you think about it. Talib Kweli, where the fuck is he at? Mos Def, where the fuck is he at? They doing other things. They develop. They're more artistry type now. Like they doing actual art or you know what I mean? Like
I think I seen like
TV and shit like that.
I seen dude. I forgot his name, man. And it probably would hurt this, but he was saying that everybody has like this natural like okay, this is what you're meant to do, right? Like you good at this, but then like as a human being, like when you venture off from like most definitely venture off from rapping to being acting, like okay, all right, I know I'm great at being a rapper. Can I evolve myself to being a great, actor? Or, I want to be a great businessman now. So I want to go from transitioning from basketball to. So I think it's like, we looking at their lives and they're looking at their lives and saying, okay, what's going to make me happy now? Because I've already mastered this. Right?
Like Cope said. Cope was like, I was great at what I've done for 20 years, but now it's time for me to find my passion outside of what I'm physically able to do now. You know what I mean?
That's why you look at like a Hove or like, Jay, and it's a lot of business moves that he's trying, it's the brand now. Like, you in the game of expanding your portfolio, so like rapping might not always be like at the forefront, but it's definitely always a love there. That's why I do believe that we get another Hove album sometime in the near future. Like my big bro told me, he was like, Hove doesn't.
I feel like him and B are probably gonna do like some joint album and shit. Like,
who?
Him and Beyonce.
Another one?
I feel like they're gonna be, cause I mean they just dropped a single or whatever with them two together. I feel like they're gonna hit you with another joint album. I'm hoping for another Watch the Throne. I feel like that's gonna happen more.
Him and Kanye?
Yeah, I feel like that's gonna happen before another solo J album, because they finally got back cool and they finally making the same.
I don't want another Watch the Throne. I don't. I'm being really honest. If we're looking at where Kanye is musically and where Hove is, I don't see that colliding.
They got a single on that album. That bitch is fire.
I just don't know. Okay, say they come out with a Watch the Throne 2 and the content is Watch the Throne 1. Is Kanye now a hypocrite? Because like he been on like a real spiritual wave now. Like it's kind of like in and out-ish.
I don't know, because if you listen to his lyrics on Watch the Throne, he wasn't really often what he was. Really
it wasn't crazy.
He was saying some crazy stuff about smashing on girls in bathrooms and bleaching the booty holes and stuff. But
he can go with the same type of production, but with a different type of with a different type of lyrics. You know what I mean? But I mean, like his lyricism has failed somewhat. But that's because I'm not really with him no more.
I never really considered Kanye to be like.
But niggas was writing for him. But Sahad not with good music no more. So he not writing this shit no more.
Okay.
And I don't think Sahad
was writing it on Late Registration and College Dropout?
That nigga been with good music for a long time.
Right.
I don't know about I wouldn't say College Dropout, but it was probably around the like Late Registration era, like 808.
Good music. I mean, graduation.
He's been with him for a long time.
But that's another docket down, man. You do with that what you will. We butchered the Drake topic. We're going to have to revisit that. It's all good.
I mean,
sometimes we get passionate about music, but I mean, like that's just to show you, like we really love music and the way it can get you through what you're going through in life. It might not exactly apply to what you're doing, but it'll help you get through whatever it is: hardships, happiness, heartbreak, whatever it is, man. Put on you some music and push through that shit.
I think we got a good one though. They got some bars out of me. It's rare that I come out.
Man.
It's rare. It's rare
the inspiration is strong. I'm sending this young man a beat Tuesday.
Where'd you find that?
But not for nothing though. We definitely like content is going up. Like
oh yeah,
socials is coming.
Socials coming soon.
Very soon.
Like
working on that. But,
hopefully these guys will be okay with the quality of the recording, so we can drop one.
No, that's facts. Mike's coming soon.
Merch coming soon. A lot of stuff. I know we saying it, but it's gonna happen.
Everything's coming soon.
Bear with us, man. Working men, people got kids
to make it
and
happen.
wives.
You know what I'm saying?
But another one down, man. Till next time, we out.
Peace,
man. See y'all.